Hello, hello, my friends. I am back with another dedicated candle review. Today we are going to be talking about Homeworx Pink Rum Punch. So before I get into this review, I did want to give you guys the heads up that my children are now home for the summer. My two younger kids are home right now and they are playing and they can be a little bit animated. So I hope my mic does not pick up on them playing, but if you happen to hear some background noise, pretty much over the next 2 months when I am doing candle reviews, that is why, they live here. They're allowed to play and have some fun, but I did want to give you guys that disclosure. So Pink Rum Punch, this is their standard 4-wick 18-ounce vessel. This candle is currently available on the Slatkin & Co. website. And I'm also seeing, as a side note here, in the Homeworx Facebook group, a lot of you guys are posting that you are finding some Homeworx candles starting to be restocked, I guess, in your local discount retailers like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Home Goods. I think Ross is another one that gets the candles in. We went through kind of a dry spell. I know my stores have for about the last 6 months. They really haven't been getting any new inventory in. So I haven't been to my stores recently to check them out, but maybe I'll do that this weekend and see if there are any coming in. You guys know, if you've been with me for a while, and I think I'll touch on that at the end of this video, my theory about some of the candles that show up in the discount stores. So we'll talk about that at the end of this video. But the reason why I was thinking about that was because the ones that are showing up in the discount retailers have the label that is pictured on the website, which is like that half band, that white band label going around it. And so when I ordered this directly from the Slatkin & Co. website and I got it in, I was a little bit surprised that it was this full picture wraparound label, which is my preference when it comes to the Homeworx packaging. So yeah, just a little bit of an interesting, I don't want to say change up, but it is interesting that they're listing this with different packaging on the website and then it shows up like this. All right, that's enough about the packaging. Let's go ahead and dive into the fragrance notes and the pour date of this candle. This specific candle that I am reviewing today has a pour date of September 8th, 2023. The fragrance notes that are listed on the bottom of the candle are pink pineapple, tropical rum, passion fruit, and ginger fizz. There are top, middle, and bottom notes listed on the Slatkin & Co. website, so I will read those off for you. Top notes of sour limeade, orange juice, ginger fizz. Mid notes of pink pineapple, sweet passion fruit, red strawberry. Bottom notes of simple syrup and tropical rum. All right, so what does my nose smell on this? This candle, a lot of you have said in the Facebook group, and I would actually concur with these thoughts. This fragrance is very similar to Bath & Body Works has a candle, I think called like Pink Pineapple Sunrise. So I can't remember if that's the exact fragrance name, but they have a pink pineapple type of fragrance. And I will tell you that this fragrance does share some similarities. Now, I have made no secret that a lot of the time I avoid purchasing some of those overly tropical fruity drink fragrances from Bath & Body Works because to my nose, a lot of those fragrances can come off a little bit artificial to my nose. They're almost too strong and sweet and sugary, and I find them cloying, and so I don't typically purchase them. So I don't have that one in my collection where I can directly hold them up side by side to do a comparison. But I do know that I have smelled that candle in store, and I would say that yes, I do think on cold sniff that they do share some similarities. This fragrance to me is definitely a little bit, I want to say more authentic. It's not as artificial smelling. It is definitely your tropical, fruity, summer cocktail type of drink for sure. I definitely indulge in a few rum punches when I have been down in the Caribbean. I do smell a pineapple note, but I think it is kind of that sugary pink pineapple accord that is used in fragrances like this. This is not the type of pineapple fragrance even that is in, say, the pineapple melon salsa. It's not like your Pina Colada type of pineapple. It's a different type of pineapple fragrance. Tropical rum, we do know that Harry likes his boozy fragrances, but I will tell you that I don't detect any kind of booziness or rum note in this candle at all. Passion fruit, yeah, I could get that in here because it is kind of that like pink fruity type of cocktail type of drink. That's what I think of. In terms of ginger fizz, the ginger is not very dominant in here, but there is something that lends a slight, and I would say a very, very slight effervescent note to this. When you go into like the more complex fragrance notes that are listed, I would say probably simple syrup, because that it does lend some extra sweetness and sugariness to the candle. But overall, you guys, I think that the fragrance itself is really nice. It's not cloyingly sweet, but it does remind me of a nice summer cocktail, and it deviates a little bit from the typical coconut-based cocktails that we think of. Smells very refreshing, light for a nice summer day. Well, summer days here in Arizona are not always very nice. They're very, very hot. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. You can see that I have burned this one. I'm at about 2/3 of the way down burning this one. No issues with it pooling out. We've got decent wicks. I have not trimmed these wicks at all. Harry has said that these are self-trimming wicks. And these ones actually aren't even leaning too much. I have had pretty good performance with the wicks on this candle, pulling out completely. I did not have this candle in a hurricane today, and it pulled out very well on its own. This one has been burning for about 3 hours now, so I will be extinguishing it after I do this review. If you want to see details about the layout of my home, the climate that I live in, I do have all of that listed in the description box down below. And I do think that that information is helpful for you guys, so that way you know where I'm coming from when I am giving an assessment of strength and throw and the performance overall on this candle. So I've burned it in a hurricane, outside of a hurricane. And I'm going to tell you guys, this one, unfortunately, despite the great fragrance that it is on cold sniff, this is a very light performer. I would give this one, honestly, I would give it maybe between like a 3 and a 4 in terms of strength and throw. I'm leaning more towards a 3. The funny thing is that when I burn this in a hurricane, I can smell it a little bit more. I would say it bumps up to about a 6 when it's in a hurricane. I think that this candle is probably more ideal for if you have a more closed concept style of home, or maybe you plan to burn this in a smaller room of your home, then you would probably be able to detect it a little bit more. But even then, you guys, you're probably going to get the most oomph out of it if you place it into a hurricane. I have been burning this in my living room this morning, which has high ceilings, and it's the largest room of our house. It is open concept to the kitchen, and I cannot even really smell this fragrance while it's burning, to be honest with you guys. And I've given it a good 3 hours on this burn. I cannot smell it out here. It's completely lost. It won't throw. It won't do anything in the larger space. However, when I have burned it in a hurricane in my bedroom, which is more closed concept and has lower ceilings, I smell it pretty well in there. It's still not going to like smack me in the face with fragrance. With truth be told on that, my preference, like I just said earlier, I don't purchase fragrances like this from a brand like Bath & Body Works, because their candles do tend to be a lot stronger. And I do find that a fragrance like this, if it were too strong, I would find it to be cloying and artificial. So I think that if you plan to burn this in a smaller room or a more closed concept space with a hurricane, I actually think that that strength and throw of about a 6 in the hurricane is probably right where the sweet spot would be for this specific fragrance for me. Just because, like I said, I think anything stronger and it's going to become too sickeningly sweet for my preferences. So, do I wish it was slightly stronger on its own without a hurricane? Yes, I wish that this candle was about like a 6 without the hurricane, but it just is what it is at this point. And so therefore, if you do not have a hurricane and you have a large open concept home, this is not going to be a candle for you. You're going to be pretty disappointed in the performance, or maybe you won't, but I will tell you that my assessment is that I think that you will be. But yeah, I wish it was a little bit stronger, but it's not. This is going to be a one and done fragrance for me. It's not one that I love enough that I feel like I would want backups of it, even if it performed a little bit better. It's nice. It's a nice change up, but I definitely still prefer some of the more like coconut-based fragrances in the summertime. As of the day that I am filming this, I'm actually filming this on Tuesday, May 28th. When I checked the Slatkin & Co. website, this candle was still listed for $18.99. It has been on sale for the Memorial Day sale. I don't know if that pricing will still stay in place once they end that sale, but you guys know know how Homeworx is. They tend to run sales quite often. I do have an affiliate discount code with Homeworx or Slatkin & Co. My discount code with them is KATIESJOYFULLIFE. It will save you 15% on an order over $40. That is an affiliate code that is eligible for commission, so only use that if you are comfortable. I do thank you if you do choose to use it. Typically, when the fragrances are marked down like that, you usually can combine a discount code. It's only when they usually do like a BOGO offer that discount codes usually are not eligible for that. So yeah, the pricing on here is what it is right now. I don't know if it's going to go back up to $30. I definitely would say that if you are interested in purchasing this one, you might want to wait for it to be around that clearance pricing and what you might pay for at the discount retailers. Also, circling back around to the discount retailers, in case you are new here, I will tell you that my philosophy on a lot of the fragrances from Homeworx that show up at the discount stores like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, I will tell you that I don't know really where my philosophy is all the way on this. I do generally gravitate towards the thought that I believe that a lot of the candles that show up in those retailers are showing up there for a reason. I don't know if it's that they didn't pass quality control, or maybe they just have a contract going with those retailers for a certain period of time. But I will tell you that I personally, for the most part, have noticed a difference in terms of the performance of the candles that I have purchased from those retailers compared to the ones that I have purchased from the Slatkin & Co. website. Now, that being said, in recent months, this candle, for example, what was the other one? The strawberry kiwi lemonade. That one was a dud for me as well. And both of those came directly from the Slatkin & Co. website. So who knows, you guys, if they are, you know, the cast-offs, the castaways, I guess. But I personally still prefer to purchase directly from the Slatkin & Co. website when there's a good sale, as opposed to the in-store retailers. Although I will say that the benefit to having them in store is that you can do some cold sniffs, and then you know whether or not you would like to purchase them in the future from the website. And you also have the ability to exchange them if needed. So I see the ups and downs to that. But yeah, just throwing in my 2 cents in case you're new to my channel and you want to know my thoughts about the candles showing up in the discount retailers. All right, you guys, this video is getting a little bit long. Please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Helps me out with the old YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I love to cover okay, well, I have trouble with my words sometimes. I do like to cover all types of candle content. There we go. Spit the words out. I like to do dedicated reviews like this. I do empties. I do a candle collection series. In fact, those videos will be coming up at the end of this week for you guys. I do hauls and everything in between. So if you like candle content, I think that you would like my channel. I do want to say thank you so very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.